Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show! Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show, Christmas edition. I'm your host, Andy. Today we got a very special guest. She's a comedian, podcaster, animal lover. Give it up for Salina Johnson.
Yay! That's where you put that plot track in. Yeah, some crazy one.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Feeling Christmassy.
And I was like, thank you for dressing
Of
up. I was
course.
like, what are you wearing?
I'm pretty much supposed to be a Christmas tree, and then this goes up like that. And then the lights that you provided are adding, they're like I'm wearing lights as a Christmas tree.
You can't really see mine over here.
I
I'm too dark.
know, it's all right.
I have a Santa hat, but it wouldn't fit with the headphones on, so
Mm.
we'll see it in the photos later. But
Yeah.
I told my wife, can you give me a Santa hat? And she accidentally bought a children's one.
No.
And it happened to be a Mickey Mouse one, so it was a child size with Mickey Mouse ears. I ended up giving it to my daughter. There was an elf one too I was gonna give for you, but that thing was child size too. I'm like, did you not read that?
Yeah, no, I feel like I buy child size stuff all the time, and then I'll like it's mostly head stuff, and then you're like, what the fuck? Is my head like too big?
Today I went and bought the adult size at
Yeah.
Party City, and I put it on. Then I tried to put the headphones on, and it wouldn't
It
fit.
wouldn't.
I was like, I just wasted my fucking time.
No,
Like,
you're gonna have to wear that like to make it worth
well,
it.
maybe throughout the rest of the month.
For
But
sure, for sure. Just at times.
today is our Christmas special. Technically, it isn't Christmas, but it's Christmas in the Crimson Comedy
Mhm.
studio / bedroom, whatever the fuck you want to call this.
And the whole house, actually, the front of the house looks so cool.
I know we do the Nightmare for Christmas thing. We've been doing it for like 10 years now. Like
So cool.
we've gone we've gone through so much shit, lost so much shit, damaged shit, but I think we're gonna start switching it up again because
Yeah.
the kids are getting bored of it.
What would you switch to?
Maybe Christmas Vacation or maybe The Grinch.
Yeah.
I'm a huge. Oh yeah, my T-shirt. The T-shirt I'm
The shitter
wearing.
was full. Yeah.
It's a. You'll see it in the photos. It's Donald Trump in front of a trash can and it says "Shitter's full." So it's twice. I told my merch guy, make me a funny Christmas shirt. This is what I
He's
got.
like, you got it.
So yeah, so that guy, his name is I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna say his name, but you can blame him. Don't get mad at me. So. Anyways, how was the drive here?
It was pretty good. I like almost crashed a bunch of times because the sky looked so. I don't know. You'll probably see people posting stories of the sky.
My wife does it all the time.
Okay, it looks like crazy today, but it was like behind me kind of. So I kept like trying to like stick my phone like
What did it look like?
Ace Ventura kind of. It was like bright orange.
Was that because Jupiter's are in retrospect?
Mercury's in retrograde. Maybe.
Who told you that?
Sabrina, she's a
Sabri-
witch.
Sabrina's
Sabrina
witching out
Contreras.
here.
Yep, she's a witch, comedian. She knows her shit. And also, yeah, maybe the skies because of it, but yeah, I was like everybody was driving really slow. Like I feel like everybody was trying to take pictures of it, but maybe I'm just like thinking that. Yeah, it was so
I told
sick.
you be careful because the 210 gets as soon as you get in the Rancho, it's fucking
Dude,
congested.
even right always getting into Laverne even from where I'm coming from, always since I was a kid, traffic right there. It's like I just don't understand. Do you remember when the 210 wasn't built?
Yeah, I remember when the 15 wasn't built.
So crazy. And people were like riding skateboards and bikes and stuff.
How old are you?
34. I'll turn 35 next month.
I'm 36. I was friends with a dude in elementary school. His dad was like one of the head contractors
Mhm.
for building the 210, and so that was like in elementary school when they started it.
Yeah.
His dad died before they finished it. That's how fucking long it took.
Yo, it took forever.
So yeah, I remember it used to stop out here somewhere, like just past Rivers. Maybe
Yes.
it didn't even go to
I
Riverside. I don't
can't
remember.
even remember. Like my memory doesn't even go back that far, but I mean, I was old enough to be like I've experienced it without the freeway here.
Like my aunt used to live up the hill,
Uh-huh.
and the 15 didn't exist. So in the holidays, we would go up to her house, and you'd have to take the 215. You have to go around to San Bernardino, the 215 to go up. And everyone and their mom used it. That's how you go to Vegas. That's how everybody's.
So
the,
it's just
the 15 did not exist.
yeah.
From the 15 from the 210 to the 15 is honestly not that far. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, 20 miles. I
Yeah,
don't know
it's really-
exactly.
yeah, it's not.
It's not that far, but you had to go to the 215 and around. And I used to hate fucking every holiday, Thanksgiving, whatever Easter, whatever holiday we
Mhm.
went. I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep on the way there because this shit is gonna take so
Because
damn long.
everybody's taking that
It's the
way.
only way.
So
But now
crazy.
when you come down, you'll see the 15-215 split.
Yeah.
Like it used to just be the 215s. You know?
It's so weird. I hate saying things like that, but I find myself saying it like every day, like back when it used to be or this.
Hey, I remember when
Ugh.
210 first opened. Before it opened
Hmm.
officially, they were filming an Ice Cube movie. Like,
Yes.
see,
Yes.
and everybody's like, "Whoa!" And then like,
You know what it was? I think it was next Friday.
no, 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 no.
No?
It was like an action movie
Oh
because
shit.
they were on the freeway and they were like there was some
Oh
kind of
my god, that's so
there was some kind of
cool.
like explosion, car crash, but they
Wow.
used the freeway before it officially opened. So
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
so
seeing it in
sick.
the paper. Remember the paper?
Yep.
My grandma would
Oh,
read
the
the paper.
paper.
She's like, "Oh, look, they're filming a movie right here with Ice Cube," and I was like,
Isn't
"Oh,
it
cool."
crazy? That's the kind of stuff we would know like instantly right now, but back then it was like a day late.
Yeah, like my grandma told me when on the newspaper when Biggie Smalls died. I remember I was
Hmm.
in elementary school. She's like, "Notorious B.I.G. died." I was like, "Who's that?" Like I didn't even know, but I remember hearing about it from my grandma reading the newspaper. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny. I remember when Nipsey Hussle died, I was in line at the pharmacy at CVS picking up some medications for myself, and there was this old lady in front of me, and she turned around and she was like, "Excuse me, do you know who Nipsey Hussle is?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's a rapper. He died today." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Everybody's talking about him." And I'm like, "I don't know who that is."
Can you guys forgive me? I didn't know who he was until he died. I've never heard any of his
That's,
music.
I mean, he was like pretty, I feel like he was pretty underground at that point. I don't know, I had only known him because one of my friends who's like into, always showing me people I'd never seen before.
I always tell this to my wife. Every time I'm in the car with her, it's like I'm hearing music for the first time. Like she listens to the most random music.
Really?
I'm like, what is this? Like, where do you get this from? Because I just listen to. I'm stuck in the past. Listen to
I know.
old school metal rock,
Yep.
hardcore. Shout out
Yep.
to your husband,
Mhm.
sick ass. I'm so
Mhm.
that's so cool. Small world. Like your husband was in a band. I'm pretty sure I've seen them before.
Totally.
We've probably crossed paths somewhere back in the day.
I
Like
know. Well, we were talking about Pomona, like downtown Pomona area. That was like the hub for all the like
yeah, back
shows,
in street.
metal like
You ever go
shows.
to the Tiki Room?
Tiki Room, yeah.
The Tiki Room, the Glass
The
House,
vault.
the 51 Buckingham, like
Uh-huh.
all those. It's dead now. Like
Yeah.
the Tiki Room was my favorite, and they destroyed it.
Destroyed, yeah. And then it was a crater. Is
Yeah,
that where the
yeah.
crater was for like
I know
ever?
I haven't been there in a long
Me
time, but
either. There's probably not a crater there anymore, but yeah, I haven't been over there in a minute. I mean, I haven't been. The only reason would be for the glass house, I guess, but I haven't gone to a show there in years.
the last time I went there was like Winds of Plague, like 10 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, I think I saw like the Get Up Kids there like 7 years ago or
The Fox
something.
Theater is nice right down there.
Yeah, it
I
is.
saw Danzig and Doyle from the
Oh,
Misfits.
you know what? I saw Descendants there actually.
Saw Danzig and Doyle do their 25-year anniversary there.
Oh my god.
That was years ago. Now they tour everywhere with the Misfits again, but
Well,
they always tour random ass
did
places.
you did you go to No Values?
Nah.
Oh, I
Was
did.
that in the summertime?
That was in the summertime at the Fairplex, and there were a lot of nightmare stories about. I didn't have a bad experience really, but it took like 2 hours to get in,
Yeah, I saw that.
and like, well, we were stuck in the parking lot for like over an hour, not moving. It was like gridlocked, and like there was no organization,
You could just. I know a lot of people that live out that way, so
and they
I
just
would have just
walked.
got dropped off and walked.
100%. And everybody that I talked to that had a good experience is like, oh, that's because I walked, and I'm like, well, shit.
Now I saw my friend. He posted a video where like he filmed the crowd like when one band was about to start and the crowd just hoarded over
Yeah.
like The Walking Dead. I was
It
like,
was crazy. I mean, I got to see Danzig though. I'd never seen
I've
Danzig
seen
in
him like
person.
5 or 6 times.
So
I've
small.
met him in person. I went to go see a show in the Whiskey.
Mhm.
Doyle, he has his own band.
Mhm.
I went to go see him and I went to go have a cigarette. And I just went to go outside. As soon as I walked out, he was walking in, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
You're like
I don't
Doyle.
like, no Danzig. I saw
Oh,
Danzig.
what?
Doyle was he was in backstage, right? Whatever.
And Danzig's just
Danzig
walking
walks in
around.
the front door, and I had just been walking straight out, and I ran into him. I was like, "Holy shit!" We like bumped into each other, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" I shook his hand. It was cool. As soon as he walked in, everybody noticed him and bombarded him. And then like security had to walk him up, and
Mhm.
he sat on the top. I don't know if you've ever been to the Whiskey, but there's like a
Mhm.
little top area.
Uh-huh.
He watched a few songs, and then there's too many people with their phones out. He
Yeah.
went to the backstage, but yeah, I got to meet him by
Well,
accident.
that's so
I
cool.
also met Michael Graves, the second singer there.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you later if you want to see it. He autographed some little mannequin head that I got from the crowd. It's a whole nother story, but I've already told this story in another podcast.
Uh-huh.
But so yeah, I met both singers. They're both
Wow,
nice. They're
that's
both
sick.
cool. People say Danzig's an asshole, this and that. I'm like, he was nice to me, and that's all that fucking matters.
Right? I mean, I'm sure he is
I
sometimes.
got my Misfits tattoo right
Yeah,
here.
that's cool.
It's another one. They're my favorite band. This is why the Crimson Comedy Show.
Yeah. Yep.
I was thinking of names. I was like, how can I like we are one? No, no. I was thinking of songs, and I was like,
Trying to incorporate it.
the Crimson Comedy, and people were like, your name sounds stupid. Well, it sounds good to me.
You
It's all
like,
that fucking matters.
yeah, that's good.
Look at that sick ass fucking
I know
my
it's
new post. You probably
so
can't see it. The
cool.
camera sucks, but shout out to my tattoo artist. He came up with the design. I gave him the little proto like the what is it? Is it a prototype or
Mm,
what is it called?
proof or I don't know, a rough draft, fucking
If you see
whatever.
the old episodes, you'll see it. It was I looked I made it a little shitty of how I wanted it.
Okay, yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word. Like
I'm high, so I couldn't tell you.
whatever it is, whatever the word is, I gave
You
him
gave him
that,
that.
and then he came up with this, and then I just made a few changes, changing the coloring, and but yeah,
Yeah.
that's the final
No,
product.
it's really cool. It's like the
But
first thing I noticed.
shout out to Finkface on Instagram. I'll probably tag him in this, but
Yeah.
he's done a lot of my tattoos. My wife, family. He's fucking great. He's out of
Hmm.
Empire Tattoo in Upland. Check
Oh,
him
okay.
out.
I've heard of that place.
Yeah, he's been there forever. I knew him when he was a body piercer. This was like 20 years ago
Oh,
when I was a little hardcore
shoot.
kid.
Yeah, would obviously. Did you have piercings?
Yeah, I had my ears stretched out like two
Just your ears
times.
though?
I had the snake
I
bites,
had one
tongue
on my lip.
piercing.
I still have the hole there, and then I had my ears stretched out too.
I've had my lips pierced several times, so I have multiple
Oh
holes
yeah,
because they can't pierce the same spot, so they have to scoot
that
over it.
makes sense.
So yeah, I
Ugh,
had a nightmare
weird.
story. One time I was getting a piercing, and because once you get it done once, it develops scar tissue, right? So the lady was trying to shove it through, and then it was so hard that she pushed it, the scar tissue came out, but then the piercing came out like slanted, so it was like sticking sideways out of my mouth,
Oh
and I felt
no.
like I was gonna faint and shit, cause like it was bleeding
Oh my
crazy. And then I
God.
ended up just taking it out and leaving. So I just walked in for her to
Just stab
shove a
you.
needle and then push the scar tissue out and then just leave.
Oh my God. I hate that so much. Yeah, that was like my biggest fear with like if I didn't wear it for too long, I was like, I don't even want to try to push it in. Like if it's closed at all, I don't want to mess with it.
I remember when I had it done. I had them for years, and then like I would take them out like in the shower or something, and you could like squirt water out of your mouth.
Yeah.
I had my tongue pierced too, but that shit was the worst. Like when you sleep with a tongue piercing, you wake up and your mouth feels sore because like the ring lays on your mouth, like on the tongue. So you wake up,
What?
or you'll be talking, all of a sudden you bite your fucking
Oh my
nail.
God, I've heard that people have like chipped their tooth
You
before.
want to know why I got my tongue pierced? Because I was a little fat kid in Hot Topic, and I saw a Misfits tongue ring inside the
Shut
thing,
up.
and I was like, "Oh, I want that." So I
You're like,
literally,
gotta start
and
with
then
the tongue
when I got my
piercing.
tongue pierced, you can't use those rings for a long time.
Mhm.
So by the time it was able to fit, that thing was long. So like it was like I felt like I was like there's something giant in my mouth. So like
Damn.
by the time I was able to use it, I didn't even want it anymore. I
Yeah.
was over it. I was like, I'm done with this shit. But for the longest time, the hole was there for a long time. Like
Yeah.
I'll be brushing my tongue and I'll just see that like it looked like a little vagina. And
Yeah. I could always tell like when people have had it, like there's still something
there
there.
might be. I haven't looked in a
A
long
little like
time.
just a little something. I used to work at Hot Topic.
Which one?
I worked at the one at the Montclair Mall, and then I also
See, we
worked
have to have crossed paths
for
because
sure. Well,
that
I
was my
worked there
spot.
maybe like let's see, I was like 18, 9. No, 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 no. I was older than that.
Not
I was
here.
like 20 maybe. So that would have been like 2020.
You were how old are you?
Wait, is that right?
No,
Oh my.
you're 34.
No, what's the one before 2020?
2010,
2010.
a whole decade back.
2010. That year wasn't even coming to mind as
You
an
said what's the
option.
one before? That's whole 10 years back.
Yeah, but you
Because
got what I mean.
I'm like, you're
2010.
34. It was no 2020. You would have been like 29.
You're like you're not working there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
eight maybe.
Yeah, it was 2010 then.
How long did you work there?
A couple years, but when I worked there, it was at the time where like it started changing, like
Because I used to live in Upland, so we used to go
mhm,
to that Montclair Plaza all the
mhm.
time. I'm guarantee you we've crossed paths.
Yeah,
Have you
probably.
seen those TikTok trends where it's like someone they don't know each other, and then there's like a photo, and then they're in the background of a photo? It's
Yes.
like you don't know me, but I know you.
Yes.
If you go through all your little emo hardcore pictures in
For
your
sure.
MySpace, I'm probably in the background at a show.
Probably. Yeah, that's so funny. Those trip me out though.
Okay, okay, speaking of the hardcore, the band Tierney, your friend's married to him. How long have you been friends with her?
With her, I've been friends with her since I was maybe like 14.
Was she with him then or no?
No,
Okay.
no, and they didn't meet through me either. It's just like I knew her from like school and like our family, and then I knew him from like shows, and then one day, like years later,
What was his name?
Steven.
See, I knew John.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
they're
he was
very close.
I used to fanboy back in the day. Back when MySpace was a thing.
Yeah.
Like the bands, dudes were cool. You'd write them, talk to
Uh-huh.
them,
Uh-huh.
and I had them on AIM. Remember AIM?
Yes, yes.
And I used to, like the guy from my favorite band out of Pomona, Time for Change, Andy.
Andy.
I
I
used
still
to
talk to him
I used to
sometimes.
he probably doesn't remember me. This is 15, 16 years ago, but
Yeah.
we used to talk on AIM, and he would just like get on AIM, like, hey, you guys want to chat? And we would just talk, and I'd be like asking him dumb questions, like, oh, so what kind of PA system do you use? And he's
Stop.
like, oh, I don't even have one. We just practice in the garage without a PA system. And I was like, oh,
That's
cool.
so
But that
funny.
band, I'm sorry guys, sorry hardcore bands, they're the greatest
They
fucking
were
hardcore
so
band.
good. And a lot of people like don't know who they are.
They rose and then
Like from,
well, if you're
like I
from
mean
Pomona,
obviously
you know.
locally, yes, but a lot of people don't. I'm like, you guys were missing
And it sucks because
out.
my old iTunes on my laptop I had their music on there.
Mhm.
I have in my garage I have a box full of burned CDs, random shit.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's so
if you would
cool.
look in that, you'll be go down memory lane. There's so
Yeah.
much fucking bands I forgot about.
Yes. Yep.
So but like they're all burned discs, so when you try to put it on iTunes, it doesn't recognize
Any
so you have to
yeah.
Google it and you have to manually type in everything. So I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck that, I'm not
That's the
doing that.
whole thing.
So if I want to listen to them, you can find them on YouTube. Like their album,
Yeah.
it's called Profound.
Uh-huh.
It's on YouTube.
Good to know. Good to know.
Are we allowed to sing songs on here? Like will YouTube block us?
I'm scared.
I don't know. Well,
I don't
anyways,
know with the whole water bottle label thing. You really got a spark in my mind. I'm like, oh
I
shoot.
just know you can get flagged for the
You
dumbest
can
shit.
though.
Like,
Yeah, you don't want that to ruin it.
anyways,
Perfectly good episode.
check out Time for Change band on
Mhm.
YouTube. They're a straight edge band from
X time
Pomona.
for change.
And
X time.
listen, you want to hear this crazy
Well,
shit?
yeah.
They had their EPs inside beer boxes. They took beer boxes and cut it out, and it's flipped inside out. So it holds the CD, you put it in, but if you open it, is a Budweiser. I'm telling you, I'll find it in the garage
That is
later
so
if we have time.
crazy.
If we have time, because it's buried
As
in my
soon as this
garage.
episode comes out, I'm directly sending a link to Andy on
Andy,
Instagram.
you don't remember me, but my name is also Andy. I was from Claremont. We used to go to your shows all the time with my friend Daniel. There's a lot of people I forgot about, like the Cruise, DHF. I don't remember those guys. Like the Die Hard family. Like all I used to hang out
Yeah,
with all those dudes.
me
Like
too. Well,
the
Steven
the
and
girls too. Like I knew a girl named Rosie.
mhm.
She turned into like a her name. She was like a model or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
cool.
Ducky, whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
I was really
She
close with her.
she taught me how to two step.
So
Like we were talking on AIM. Like I said, these people probably don't remember me. Like who's this fucking serial
that is
killer? Like
you just have you have a memory. I mean, my memory's bad, but yeah. And then AIM, like you were talking to everybody. Everybody talked to
she was like, I
everybody.
was like, how do you two step? Because I was a little wannabe hardcore kid. I was like
Yeah,
14. She's like, it's kind of like skipping, and then you
that is
just skip in place.
so
And then me and
funny.
my
Oh
friend
my
were
god.
legit in his my friend Daniel. Shout out Daniel. In his what do you call it? Like a den. In his den, he had a computer room in there, and we were just
Practice.
practicing two stepping the fucking thing. Um, I went to a show recently. We went to go see Under Oath.
Uh-huh.
They did a 25-year anniversary,
Yeah, I
and
heard.
they're like Christian. They're not too heavy. They were
Yeah.
heavy back in the day, but
Yeah.
I wanted to. There was a band before them from Europe, and they kind of remind me of the Blood. Remember the
Oh, I
Blood?
loved the blood.
I can't remember their name, but they had a few breakdowns, those
Cool.
songs.
You'll be able to look it up. I'll have to look it up.
My wife has them saved. This other band that I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about, but they're from the UK. I liked them. They were okay, but they had some few heavy songs, and I was like, fuck, I want to get in the pit. Nobody was starting the pit, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm 36. My wife's like, don't go. You're gonna get hurt. And I was like, fuck that. Like I used to go in the pits all the time. Like I was the
You're
pit.
like,
So
I know
I
what
was
I'm doing.
I was itching. I was like, fuck this. Like I'm gonna go down there. And she told me don't go. And I ended up just sneaking off. And I went down there, and I started the pit going. But you know when you go to shows, people always fucking spill drinks all
Oh,
over the ground.
yes.
Pisses me off. I only wear Vans,
Yeah, me too.
and it's like fucking skating on ice.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking getting the pit going. I'm starting to get ready to go, and then like I just fucking fell right on my knee,
Oh
and I was
shit.
like,
No.
fuck. I was like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I was like, ah.
For like an hour.
Everybody was picking me up. I was like, get the fuck off me. And then I still attempted to try to like mosh, but it hurt so bad. And then some random dude just kicked me in the back, and I was like, what the fuck? He's like, you're getting too close. I was like, fool, we're old. I'm not gonna hit you. Like, fuck off. But the whole time my
It's
knee
like
was
a heat ear.
the whole time my knee was throbbing, and I was just trying to act cool.
Oh
And then for like 2 days at work,
no.
it was like, oh fuck. But yeah, I'm officially retired from the pit.
Yeah, dang.
When I go to shows, I usually buy seats, but when I was there, there's no at the it was at the observatory.
Uh-huh. There's no
Well,
seats.
there is if
Or
you go
yeah, up
upstairs,
there.
but I was like, nah, fuck that, let's go. And then after that, the crowds kept going. I hyped the crowd up. Thank you
Yeah,
guys, you're
you're
welcome.
welcome, right?
But yeah, holy fuck, man. I was like, all right, I'm retired.
Even just standing sometimes, like I'll go to shows where like, I'm like I've been standing for like 3 hours. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I
Shout
just
out
like
your husband's
sit
band. What's his band
down
called?
presser.
Shout out Down Presser. I would love to go see them. Next show, let me know.
Yeah, they think their next one's gonna be up north somewhere, but next time around
Next
here,
local. I'm not traveling.
let's go.
Hey, this time I wear knee braces and make sure I have good grip
No,
shoes on.
seriously, like just standing, I'm like, are they gonna play yet? Like, fuck, this is
Hey, you know
crazy.
what's funny? When we're at Under Oath, you could just see all the old emos. Like
Yeah,
everyone's old. Like I was like, I told the security guard, I was like, how many people here are wearing knee braces
I
under
know.
their skinny jeans? You
That's
know?
so funny. No, and that's another thing too. Like, you got people to relate to when you see certain bands together. You're like,
I
this
saw
is
one of my
rough.
ex girlfriends there, and my wife's like, that's not her. I'm like, I know her. Like she's changed. Obviously, it's like 20 years later.
Yeah.
But it was just awkward because I looked over and I just kept seeing her like her and her cousin were there, and I was just
Oh
like, oh
no, not
fuck.
the cousin.
But I told my wife that's them. She's like, that's not her. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then there's just two random chicks staring at me, but it was cool. And like there was some people trying to cut. Like we were at a good little spot, like trying
Uh-huh.
to push their way through. I'm like, no, fuck that,
I
get
know, I
back.
hate that.
I've been like you said, you get tired of standing. My wife was sitting down because she got tired of standing.
Uh-huh.
Some fool tried to walk and stand in front of her while she's sitting on the ground. We're like, get the fuck back, homie.
What?
There's a wall right there, and he's trying to walk past.
Shut up.
There's a wall. Where are you gonna go? Like at the observatory, there's walls and
Uh-huh.
sections.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to fucking walk through a wall. He's like, homie, let me pass you. I'm like, there is a fucking wall. You know Donald Trump, the wall.
I've never heard of it.
There's a wall. You can't go anywhere. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh man. Yeah, no, I get annoyed and I'm like, this is why I don't fucking come into places like this anymore.
this is why I'm
But
glad I had you here. Like I feel like I feel 16 again.
I know.
'Cause when I heard that your husband was in a band, and I was like, no way. And then you were into hardcore. I was like, fuck yeah. Like we can talk about comedy. We can talk about
I
music.
know.
So
It's
yeah,
not a big crossover that we get to experience, I feel like.
this is a
For
Christmas
me
episode.
anyway.
We'll get to the Christmas part later, but right now we're going down memory lane.
Nostalgia. Okay, let us be.
Yeah, cause I was telling my friend about it. I was like, remember Tierney? He's like, yeah. I was like, my friend is married to her friend is married to the one of the guys. He's like, which one? Like he didn't believe me.
Yeah, and then Steven is now in another band called DNG. They're like very metal. I think you would like them.
Check him out. I didn't know they all still perform. I remember after
Yeah.
they broke up, the singer went to go do Hacksaw Circumcision, and then the drummer died, and I think they
Yeah.
I don't know what happened after that, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know whatever happened to the original members of Tyranny
Mhm.
after that. After they broke up, I just
Yeah.
lost touch with them. So
Yeah, normal shit. Some of them are still playing music, so that's cool.
it's hard though, man, because the fucking that industry is hard. It's
I
like comedy.
know. It really
It's
is.
like comedy. I was thinking about it. Comedy and like underground music is so
Exactly.
similar. Like you play shitty clubs, nobody's there.
That's exactly what I was just telling my friend. I'm like, comedy's like so much like it. Like, you play where you can, any venue, it could be a restaurant or a bar, wherever will have you. It's like people that are all into the same thing, and you see the same people at different places and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Like I said, there's no money for a long time. Like
Definitely. Yeah.
you have to be in this for a long
Yep.
time. Like some of the big bands that tour, like the country, they've been at 10 plus years, so it's
Mhm.
hard. Like
Mhm.
I get it, a lot of bands break up because the money issue. But
Yeah.
it's just like
Because you have to do like real shit to make money.
imagine, okay, you do comedy. If you were to tour, you're by yourself, so you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about yourself. You have
Yeah.
7 other guys to worry
Yeah.
about, to feed,
Imagine to feed, to
clothes, all that
gas,
shit.
staying, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's nuts. It's
it's a lot.
crazy.
All their money goes into traveling.
Yeah,
So
I know Russ would tell me that like when they would tour, they would usually
did he
come
ever
out
leave the
like
country?
yes.
Where?
They went to Europe.
See, at least they got that. They got the traveling, the experience out of that.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
know. He's
how
gone
many of you can
everywhere,
say that I
but
went across country to go perform in
yeah.
front of Norwegians or wherever? Where did you
Yeah, I think
go?
they were like in
Oh, you said Europe.
yeah, they were in Europe around places.
A lot of the bands that travel over, they go play huge fucking
Well,
like
yeah, because the bands from America
festivals.
are like big, like, and he said that like it was always so much nicer, like their vans, their venues, they would feed you. It was so nice compared to like here where they're like nothing's taken care of for you.
I had a friend in a band who told me that they would perform somewhere and they would call local restaurants like, "Hey,
Mhm.
would you guys like to cater us for performing here?" And they would like basically donate food, like kind of
What?
like. So I was like, I wonder if that works in comedy. Like, hey, I'm Andy and I'm performing at this club. You guys
Seriously.
interested? He told me he's like, do it for. He's like, we used to just call all the local mom and pop,
Yeah.
and then we would get burritos, random shit,
What?
because they would cater
Yeah,
it.
Mandy, so
They would cater to. I don't know if your husband ever did this, but This guy I knew, he told me he did. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's like, yeah, they like we would try and try, and then eventually they'll send us food, and then we had food. Like that's how they ate. I was like,
Wow,
it's crazy.
interesting.
Makes me think of that movie Green Room. You ever seen that movie?
I just saw that movie.
That movie is a
So
fucking classic.
crazy.
Like how they're like they got paid in burritos and rice for.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Comedies in music is the same. Like I said, you travel, you try your best to make your name, and then
People either like you or they don't.
like I was telling my friend, I was like, I noticed that when I hold the mic, people hold their mics weird. Like some people hold it at the top, blah blah blah.
Yep.
I'm like, when I hold the mic, I'm always grabbing the cord and just like holding it.
Mhm.
And he's like, it's because you think you're in a band, folks. Like, he's like, you've seen so many bands that you performing like that.
Yeah.
But I do it so I don't, because I've tripped, I've stepped on a
Yes.
wire and the cord
Yeah.
popped out.
Yeah.
But I usually just grab it, and I'm like,
And
if I
just hold
notice
it.
myself, I feel like Mitch Lucker on stage, right? Just
Yeah.
holding the mic to the
Yeah.
side.
No, I've actually found myself or noticing videos too, and I'm like, who do you think you are, bitch? Like, I'm just like,
They say
just drop it.
the more experience you have, the less you hold the mic. Like this one chick, I forget her name. It'll come to me later, but she just released a new special on
Mhm.
Netflix. Her and Ari produced it.
Uh-huh.
They hold it at like the almost at the wire. Like it's like they're holding it. There's literally no mic in their hand. It's
That's
just the
so
wire.
funny.
Like talking like that. But I'm like, I hold it at the top, and that's it. And then I
Yeah.
hold the wire to the side so that
Yeah.
I don't trip over
I
it.
love a wireless mic. That's the best.
Let's talk about comedy, man. I'm so fucking proud of you. I met you how long ago? Like maybe a year, less than a year ago.
Less than a year ago, because my 1 year of doing comedy is coming up on January 20th. I think 20th of January.
My 2 years in February, but like
I
you.
met you that day.
Oh, that was your first
That was
day.
my first day. That was my first time doing
I
a
thought
set.
you'd been doing it for so long because you were fucking killing it.
Dude, a lot of people say that. I'm like,
Look her
just a
up.
baby.
Look her up. She is amazing. Like I've vouched for you so many times. I don't know if you listen to this podcast, but I've talked
I
about you.
know. And it's so cool that you were there, actually.
The
Like,
Gil episode, we talked about you, but sorry, it's lost. I think he brought up Sabrina too, but
it's just fizzled away.
it only belongs to us. No one
Yeah,
else can
that's
have
for you
it.
guys.
But anyways, you fucking killed it from the get go. I knew
Thank
you were
you.
gonna be there. When you film your first special, can I open for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I at least have tickets to your?
Like, that'd be
No,
amazing,
but
right? But yeah.
I've just watched you progress, like booking shows left and right. I'm like,
Mhm.
God damn, how does she do this shit? Like,
Yeah.
I went like 6 months without a show, and you're
Yeah.
fucking every weekend shows, shows, shows. But yeah, you
It's
deserve it.
crazy. It's and like I mean it feels like it's the first time I'm actually like doing something I want to do, you know? Like I've worked in an animal hospital for like 12 years now. That's just been like my life. And I like it, but it's not like I'm like that's my passion, you know? So it's kind of scary though, right? Like it's scary pursuing something that you want to do. Like
Like
I don't know,
I've been at my
man.
job for 14 years, and
Mhm.
that's all I did was work, and I would go to concerts here and there. Like
Yeah.
it died out maybe a few times, and then I go to comedy shows, and I
Yeah.
started going to comedy shows all the time.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I felt like a student, like I'd be watching, like I was on there
Yeah.
laughing, not because it wasn't funny, just because
Yeah,
like
you're just like
I was dialed
you're
in.
like that's funny.
Like I want to do this shit. Like every time I
Yeah.
go to a show, like even when I still go to shows, I'm like, fuck, like let me on, coach, let me in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't get many opportunities, but when I do, I fucking murder. Like
Mhm.
I feel sorry for who has to follow me. Like
Yeah.
that's what some old dude told me. He's like, the reason why they don't book you maybe is because they don't want to follow you. I was like, that's good to know. I was like,
You're like, I'm gonna go with that.
it's probably because I'm trash, but when he told me, I was like, wait, maybe he's got something here. They don't want to follow me.
Yeah.
Like I last night I went to the roast battle. Shout out to the roast battle Ontario Improv. But there was a dude. He follows me, and I've done a show with him before. He books his own shows.
Mhm.
He's like, you're Andy, right? And I was like, yeah. What's up? He's like, we did a show together. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I know who you are. Like you put on your own shows. He's like, fool, you're so fucking funny. I was like, oh yeah, so book me, asshole.
Right?
No,
Like,
fuck, I don't
don't
want to
just
hear you.
tell
I don't need to. Oh, you're
prove
funny.
it.
You're funny.
Yeah.
I was like, that's when I pulled it out. I was like, you just don't want to follow me. That's why.
Mhm. You're like, I heard that. No, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. You're like, prove it.
But I was just like, what is that gonna do? Put
Yeah.
me on your show,
Yeah,
asshole.
seriously.
But
Yeah,
he
that's
produced
funny.
shows. I did one show with him where they do they do the show and then after that's an open mic.
Mhm.
It was at this shitty bar in Pomona. There was in
Mhm.
the summertime. There was no air conditioning. The air conditioning went out. It was hot as balls.
Shh.
And I didn't even want to perform. I signed up and I was like, fuck, they called my name. I was like, I was ready to go home. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even think. The lights were like really bright. It was musty.
Uh,
And I was just like, I don't even remember. I was giving the lowest energy I've ever given at a show.
yeah.
And then I left. So he probably had a bad impression on me then. But the next time was like in October, we did a show together. And he's like, yeah, you're so fucking
That's
funny.
good. I like that you had a chance to show him again. I've had moments like that where I'm like, fuck, I just like did really bad.
For a moment like
I love
this.
that song.
we can't sing any songs in here. I don't know.
Just okay. Well, now it's gonna be stuck in my head. I'll listen to it on the way home, I guess.
Hey, but there's another thing. She's now the host of the Chatterbox, right?
Oh, well, we're me and Sabrina are hosting this Sunday's show.
But I'm saying you're now a host of the
Yeah, I guess
Chatterbox.
so. Yeah, because we hosted the open mic a couple weeks ago, and then we'll host, and it went so good. Like it was so fun. I never really
I love
host.
that place, man.
Yeah, it's like their good vibe, and like hosting is so fun. Like it's not like the pressure of being on the show.
I could probably host by myself, but doing that back and forth thing, it's like, how do you guys remember that shit? You guys got to come up with something, or you just gonna freestyle?
Well, we came up with something and then didn't even end up doing any of it. We just started like talking and I don't know, it's like such a fun vibe and you can riff off each other and if you go quiet, at least the other person, can talk or
It's not good.
whatever. Exactly, like being alone. It's not like being alone or anything, but
You are now the second female on the on this pod, and
woo!
you are now the second Chatterbox host on the pod.
Hell
So
yeah,
I'm two for
dude.
two. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Stevana was on here. Shout out to Stevana. She was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I just met her recently.
I met her
Um,
like when I first started going to
yeah.
Chatterbox like years ago, or a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and I just randomly hit her up. I was like, "Hey, you want to do my podcast?" She didn't barely even know me, and
Yeah.
we were just going at it like we knew each other. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
that's the vibe I got from her. We followed each other on You know how like with comedy, you're like, we'll follow each
no,
other, but you don't meet till.
no. Listen, that's certain people will follow you. You could follow people that will not follow you back. Fuck them.
I have a rule, okay?
Me too. Go ahead. I already know it.
Yeah, I'll give you like a day or two.
Oh, then you're pushing because some people don't check their shit all the time, but
Okay.
I'll follow them, and after a while, if they don't respond or follow me
Yeah.
back,
I'm like it like you don't even got a blue check mark next to your name. Like why are you not following me back? Like let's support each other. And then like people will be like, "Oh, well, I just don't follow people I don't know." And I'm like, "You follow
well,
fucking Anne Hathaway. Like do you know her?"
I used to follow everyone, follow,
Yeah.
but then I started realizing these are fake profiles, they're not real. So then I started blocking profiles, getting rid of
Mhm.
like cleaning
Mhm.
house, because like I
Yeah.
don't want.
Spring cleaning.
I used to get messages from random fucking profiles like wanted to have a fun time, like it was offering.
Totally. I get weird shit like that too.
And I was like, man, I blocked that. And I was like, so technically, I would have like 1,000 followers,
Yeah, you're
but
like you're
but
not gonna go that route.
I
Yeah,
deleted it.
good for
I
you.
have like 600 followers. So
Good
everyone
for
who
you.
follows me are 100% real. If you're not, I will find you on my day off. I will find you and delete you.
Yeah,
It's so easy to tell when profile's fake. It'll be like a hot model with 20 pictures, and they're all from the same date. I'm like,
for
okay,
sure. Like I no
ain't no
guys
hot
are
model following me.
guys be following those back like way easier than a girl would. Like y'all be like, okay,
I,
like
I had this older coworker like, "Hey, look at this girl right here. She's talking."
stop.
And I looked at it. And I was like, Theo, this is how you find out. You see her pictures. You see how it's all professional. And then look at the date, October 12th, October 12th. It's all the same fucking date. This is a fake profile, and it's got like 7 likes.
He's like she's following me.
So yeah, I, I don't like having fake profiles. I don't like getting spam messages.
Yeah, I know it pisses me off too.
But I've had people follow me and then unfollow me. Like what the fuck did I do to you? Like, whatever.
Yeah,
I guess I'm not interesting enough,
that's
but fuck
actually
you.
really weird and unnecessary.
Like I said, I have no beef with nobody. Like I support everyone. I'm telling you this right now. I'm proud
Mhm.
of you. You fucking come a long way.
Thank you.
You're killing it. Like I want this for you because I want it for me.
For
So
sure.
if I support you, maybe one day let me open for you one day.
Yeah, like but that's like the best and easiest way to be. Like having being like a hater is like it's so draining, I can imagine. Like, like fucking don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've heard people complain about people like I when I go to shows, most of the time I'm kind of quiet. Like I'll talk
Mhm.
here and there.
Mhm.
If I get along with you, I'll talk to you. But like I'm not gonna go kiss nobody's ass.
Yeah.
There's certain people that will walk in the room and won't talk to nobody and like
Mhm. Mhm.
okay whatever. But like I'll talk to you. You talk to me. If you're
Yeah.
gonna be short with me, I'm not wasting my time. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that like think they're here and then you're down
I
here.
know.
And I'm like, full. I've done shows with you, and I think I got more laughs than you.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
like we're peers, okay? Like don't be a dick.
Like I said, I've told to several. If anyone's watching this, my 4 followers. There's so many comics where I've messaged them like they get on. I've done open mics with them, and
Mhm.
they're booking shows at clubs and
Mhm.
shit. And I'll be
Mhm.
like, man, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy for
Yeah,
you.
you're
Like
not too like
genuinely
fucking
fucking happy because
yes.
I need this for me. So if I support you, someone will support me one day. Like I don't
Exactly.
have much support. Like I've been doing this almost 2 years, and just recently, some of my families come to see me like
Mhm.
once.
Mhm.
So I really don't have anybody. So
Yeah.
I support people that hopefully one day will support
Support
me.
you, yeah.
Like Ricky Molina, he came and met at a random show. It was one of my shows, and he
Mhm.
and we've been cool ever since. He was
Yeah.
one of my first on my pod. We barely knew each other, and he came out to come see me, and
Yeah.
then we've been cool ever since. Like
Yeah.
shit like that. Like like you can just be not even know each other and then come out like all the comics I know I all met from open mics and
Mhm.
I've gone to support just to watch,
Yeah.
and a lot of shows I've been put on because someone left or
Oh, for
somebody wasn't there.
sure, for sure.
Like I went to go see Ricky perform, and I ended up being put on because
Mhm.
they needed more time.
Mhm.
And I got to perform with Jason Ellis.
Oh,
He
cool.
was on the
Yeah.
bill, and so was the guy Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, I saw you post pictures of that one. Yeah, that's right.
It was random, like
Yeah.
he was, and I got to talk to him. He was so fucking cool.
That's
I
so
kind of want to
sick.
ask him to be on here, but I don't. He's famous, so like
Yeah.
even Jason Ellis, he follows me. He's like one of my only famous followers.
Uh-huh.
Like I want to message him, like, hey, you want to come on my pod? But like, I feel like I'm asking too much.
Yeah,
Like
you're like, I don't want to
I'm still trying to figure this out.
for
So I'm like,
sure, for sure.
but I would love to have him on here. Just like let's talk comedy, like.
Totally.
But I'll wait. Maybe I'll give it time.
Okay.
I need more than 4 followers. Tell your friends, guys. Hey, 4 followers. Tell your friends to
And tell
follow.
their friends and then tell their friends.
Hey, my YouTube video, my first video's got like 71 views, and I was like,
Nice.
hell yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I'm like, it feels like there should be
I seen that
more.
you were having hate comments, and I was like, you're getting comments?
Yeah,
Like,
I
I was
know.
like,
Like,
dang.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I know. It's just Sabrina texted me. She's like, "We have our first hate comment." I'm like, "Oh my god, yes!" I was like, all at my niece's softball game, all talking shit back. It was
You
fun.
guys can hate comment me all you want. I don't care. Hate it. Go ahead. Well, give me some attention.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm fat and bald and I
let's
suck.
do it.
Tell me my podcast sucks and the audio is shitty.
Also, I'm like, I'm not a roast comic at all. I'm a very kind and polite
Hey,
comic, but I will talk. If you troll me, I will talk shit back to
last
you.
night the roast battle was fucking crazy. Uh, this happened last night. Was who was it? They had the tag team with Sandy and Rick, and I don't know who the random dudes
Uh
were.
huh.
It was so close neck and neck, but I was like, fuck, like. And then my friend Hector, he was on.
Uh huh.
He was so nervous. He's like, oh, I've never done the roast battle. He was doing the 4-way one,
Uh huh.
and he kept talking to me. I was trying to give him advice. I'm like, fool, just go up there and do your thing. Like, don't worry about it. He went up there and fucking murdered.
Oh my god, that's so
Every
funny.
fucking person on that stage got murdered. Like I was so pissed off at the judges because like they were like, "Oh, well, this was close. I can't decide." What do you fucking mean? Like he murdered every one of them. Like
That's so funny to be all nervous about it. Like, I don't know if I could do this.
the champ got destroyed first round. He was out.
Wow.
And then it should have been between him and some other guy, but it ended up being with him and some girl. I don't know her. She's a sweet girl, but she was dragging her jokes on. She would have a little punch here and there, but it was
Mhm.
dragged on. But
Mhm.
he was just boom, 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 boom,
Wow.
just. And I was like, whoa, like
That's so
I was
cool.
afraid for a second. I was like, God, like he was over here asking me for advice. I need to ask him for advice. 'Cause I've
Yeah.
done 2 roast battles,
It's
but
hard. I'm not a roaster.
I forget my jokes. It's hard. Like you write jokes for a person you don't know. Both times I did them last minute. I never met these fucking dudes.
Well, yeah,
Don't know
exactly.
who they are.
Mhm.
One was 24 hours notice. The other one was like a week. The first dude, he had nothing on his social media. I never met him. I have no idea who he is. I know who he is now, but like, and then the second one, I never heard these dudes. It was the night before. It was like 9 o'clock at night. He's like,
Mhm.
hey, you want to do this tomorrow? So I hit up Ricky. We tag teamed, and we met like an hour before the show to write jokes because I had to work, and then we literally met an hour before.
Yeah.
So we still had some good jokes, but I think it was close. But yeah, I think if I prepared, now that I know how it goes
Mhm.
down, I could do it. But like after seeing Hector last night, I was like, nah,
I gotta rethink this whole.
I am not ready for that. Like, because
That's
he just destroyed. They were clowning him for the dumbest shit, but he was just
so
boom,
good.
boom, boom,
I
boom,
love
boom.
that.
Yeah, shout out to Hector. He's the new Infinite Chaos champion
Oh,
of the roast
nice.
battle. He won that shit first
What?
night.
That's so crazy.
But yeah,
Good for
anyways,
him.
what was I gonna talk about? Let's talk about Christmas now. This is a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Christmas song is the Hawaiian one, Meliki Liki Laki.
Oh,
Laki? Yeah.
it goes
Meliki Liki Laka. Na, 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 na,
Melakaliki Laka is the right
to
way.
say Merry Christmas. Yeah.
That's the Christmas vacation with cousin Eddie outside in the
Yes, in
pool.
the pool. And that's my favorite
He's
Christmas
all
movie.
drinking.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Let's do Christmas songs and we'll talk about Christmas movies. My
Okay.
favorite Christmas. When I was little, my grandma used to have records in the house,
Mhm.
and we'd go to her house and she would let us play records. And she had Alvin and Chipmunks
Oh, I
Christmas.
love that
It's like
one.
Christmas. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I can't do it. I can't
Their
do it.
voice all high. It's so
Christmas, Christmas.
cute. Yeah.
And then they had she had another one. Now that I think about it, this shit is so dark. The grandma got run over by a
Yes.
reindeer.
Yep.
And when I was a kid, I didn't understand it, but I'm like, damn, this song's metal as fuck.
It
I'm like,
is.
why doesn't a metal band cover
I'm
this
just
song?
picturing grandma getting like trampled.
Can you imagine a metal cover of that song? Like Dan Ochoro, if you're listening, I want a metal cover of "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer."
That's a good
He's the guy that
idea.
did my intro.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Dan Ochoro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on one day too. But I was like, damn, that shit is dark. This is like I was singing this when I was a little kid, like "Grandma got run over by a reindeer." But yeah, I was like, fuck, man. I remember my grandma used to blast it all the time, and I was like, good. It just brings me back. Like, I was watching a Christmas Vacation, and he does that where he's sitting in the upstairs and he gets locked upstairs and he's
Mhm.
watching old videos and
Yes.
he's just going back in memory lane and he just wishes he could have that type of.
Yeah. Oh, he's all watching him as a kid.
That's how I feel now. Like now that I'm older, like Christmas was cool, but now that I have kids, it's like it's for them now. Like I
Yep.
don't get excited for me, I get excited for them. So
Yeah.
like it's cool.
Dang, that's wild.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about favorite Christmas movies. What's your favorite
Well,
Christmas
okay,
movie?
that'll probably be my favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation, but a close in second would be Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
I just watched that yesterday.
I
Um,
like Lost in New York better than the original one, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah. But I was my two top two is Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Ralphie, you'll fucking shoot
You'll
your
shoot your
eye
eye
out.
out. I used to be scared of the scene where he's like, well, you know how he cries when he meets Santa, and then Santa like kicks him down the slide.
He's like, ho, ho,
That used to scare
ho.
me as a kid, like to where I was kind of like, I don't even know if I fuck with Santa like at the mall if we see him. Like, I don't want that to happen to me. But
Like the elf's like, come on, kid.
yeah, like it's just a bad experience, and then he starts crying. Like,
Hey, I don't know why, but when I was little, I used to think his mom was so hot.
you,
She's beautiful. That
she
actress was
is.
beautiful for. She was older in that movie, but if you look at her in the olden days,
She's in a lot of movies that like I just watched Harry and the Hendersons and she's the mom in that. And I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't even
back in her
recognize."
day, and like in the older films, she
She
was
was
beautiful.
yeah, very beautiful. And then her character in it is all sweet,
Yeah,
you
and loving.
know.
Like it's like the
Yeah,
mom you always wanted. You know.
exactly.
Like did you see part two?
No.
It's okay.
Shall I?
It's okay.
Okay.
It'll bring you down memory lane. You'll see
Okay.
all the old characters. The mom, I think the dad passed away,
Uh-huh. The
obviously
guy,
years
yeah.
ago. The mom is still alive, but I think she's just too old. I think they replaced her with someone else. It's
Okay.
somebody else. But it's a sad movie. Like I feel sorry for Ralphie, but it's worth watching. I like it.
It's okay.
It just like you have to watch it because there's so many like
Yeah.
cameos that you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Like the bully. Can I give you a spoiler alert?
Yeah, Scott.
The bully's a cop in this one, and he's like got his shit together, and he's like a good guy.
Is it the actual guy that played Scott
Yes, the
Farkus?
ginger.
You know what's crazy? He was in a movie recently and I
Can I
was
say
like,
ginger? Is that offensive?
no, especially not during Christmas time. We could be talking about gingerbread. But we're not. We're talking about gingers. Um, yeah, the guy that played Scott Farkus was like in a movie recently, and I'm like, is that Scott Farkus? And I like looked it up, and I'm like, holy
He's
shit,
like,
it is.
his eyes were
They were,
yellow.
yeah. What a little shit. And then when Ralphie like beats him up, he like gets all like, I'm like,
I did that to a kid in elementary school.
you beat the kid
Yeah,
up like
just
that? Just
100%
like,
like that. We used to play kickball. Shout
testing.
out.
He's like,
Remember kickball?
yes.
Shout
Oh,
out
I
kickball.
love kickball.
We used to play kickball, and like this kid was just talking shit, and I knew him. He's still a family friend to this day. Like we grew up, we went to high school together. I don't really talk to him, but my aunt is best friends with his mom, so
Hmm.
like they're still in the family. But anyways,
Yeah.
he was talking shit at kickball. I don't remember what happened, and I just
Talking
remember
shit.
getting on top just like that. I wasn't even hitting him with my fist. I was hitting him
Like
like this,
this.
like with these. What is this? What is this? Your
Your
wrist?
paw, your wrist.
I just remember going like, "Ugh."
What? That's so
But just
funny.
like Ralphie, if you watch him, he's just swinging
Yeah, because he
rapidly,
doesn't like know how to,
and
do it.
his nose was bleeding, right? So the teachers or whoever the proctors came running like, what happened? Why is it? And then not like a bitch, he was like, oh, my nose just started bleeding. And then the teacher or the proctor was like, can you take him to the nurse's office? So I had to walk him to the
After
nurse's
you
office.
made his
Yes,
nose
after
bleed.
I beat his ass.
Shut up.
And he was cool. He took the beating like just like Scott Farkas. He took the beating and he was chill.
Yeah.
100% like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I walked. He denied it for so long, but there was witnesses. My
Yeah.
brother was there.
Yeah.
So years down the road, I'm like, we went to junior high together. We went to continuation school
So
together, and he
funny.
was short, and he didn't grow. He was a short kid.
Yeah.
So I just remember like, man, I fucked you up back in the day. I'll fuck you up now. And he'd be like, you're a liar. It never happened. But
Oh
like,
my god, that's such a classic
I didn't have a
situation.
cell phone at the time. But if I had a cell phone, I could have blew my brother up. But yeah.
Yep, yep.
This was before cell phones, but yeah.
Because somebody would have had that on video if there were cell
We
phones.
would have been on Fools Gone
For
Wild.
sure. World Star.
Like, oh look, this fool's beat a midget up. So yeah,
I know. Then you get all like in trouble.
no, but sorry, this fucking beer's making me gassy. Yeah, Christmas. I have two new recommendations for you. Have you seen 8-Bit Christmas?
8-bit Christmas? No.
It's an HBO Max movie.
No.
It's a movie with Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay.
He's like an older dude, and he has a daughter that's like obsessed with cell phones.
Okay.
And then he goes to his mom's house for Christmas, and he sees his old Nintendo. So his daughter like, I want a cell phone. I want a cell phone. And he's
Mhm.
like, you're too young. Like, and he tells her a story about how he wanted a Nintendo so bad, and then so it goes back in the 80s with him, little kids.
Mhm.
They wanted a Nintendo so bad. It's a whole story about him trying to get a Nintendo. It's called 8-Bit Christmas. It's
Okay.
fucking great. Like
Okay. I like
you
Neil
said,
Patrick Harris.
you're my generation.
Yeah.
It'll take you back. Like
Okay. Okay. I love that.
it's like he it's a funny little adventure. It has good morals. But anyways, there's another one I want to recommend. The Jack Black's new movie.
Oh, Dear Santa. I didn't see it yet.
I liked it. Check it
But
out.
I know like the premise is like the kid says spells Satan instead
Yeah,
of
he's like
Santa, right?
dyslexic or
Okay,
something.
yeah, that's I
It
love Jack Black too.
Post Malone's in that
Oh
movie.
hell yeah, I
It's
love
been
Post Malone too.
you'll love it. Like people were hating on Jack Black because of the whole controversy, whatever. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. But
No,
I still love him.
you too.
Watch that movie. It's
Okay,
Ben
it's
Stiller's
on my list.
Ben Stiller's in it too, and his cameo is fucking hilarious.
Oh my
Like
god, I love it. Okay,
I've watched it twice already, but it's
okay,
a good movie.
instant classic.
So those are my two new favorite Christmas
Uh huh.
movies. 8-Bit Christmas, it came out a few years ago, and then this Dear Santa just
Yeah.
recently.
Okay.
Ben Stiller had another one come out called Nutcracker, and I did not like that. Like,
It's on Netflix, but I have not seen it,
it just came on
or it's
Netflix
on
today.
Hulu maybe.
It just came on Netflix today. Jamie Foxx's new special.
I saw
I
that.
started watching before you got here. You're like, I'm 6 minutes away.
I
I was like,
love Jamie
no.
Foxx. I've always fucking loved Jamie Foxx. I used to watch the Jamie Foxx show when I was younger. I've always thought he was so funny.
He-
I think it's so funny how when Dave Chappelle got attacked, he says like Jamie Foxx was like the first guy to like go try to fight the guy.
I watched the first few minutes, and he impersonates Cat Williams so fucking
Oh
great.
my god. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. I love him.
I'm gonna watch it after you leave, but
Yeah.
yeah, after you get out of my house, I'm just
You're
kidding.
like, just
when,
go now.
when you finally fucking
Yeah.
no, because I started watching it, I was like, oh fuck
You
it.
shouldn't have started watching it. That's on you,
I was
dude.
like, I didn't know what time she's gonna be here. I was like, I could start it now, and then maybe I can. And then
Mm-mm.
I put it on a few minutes. You're like, oh, I'm 5 minutes away or whatever. And he's like, fuck. But yeah, the first 5 minutes that I watched already
Oh my
killing. I was
god,
like, hell yeah.
amazing. I love him.
Anyways, what was I talking about?
Christmas movies.
So, what's your favorite top? Your top two or what?
Christmas Vacation and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
What about any underrated movies that nobody cares about?
The ones that nobody cares
I didn't
about.
realize that there's like hundreds of Christmas
There's
movies.
a lot.
I was looking up if you go on like Amazon Prime, everything you have to buy now. I'm like, what the
I
fuck's the
know.
point
I
of
was on there the other day and it all had the little money
rent,
thing. I'm
rent,
like,
rent, rent? I'm like, what's the point of Amazon Prime? I have to
Prime.
buy everything.
Yeah.
So I was going through everything: Netflix, Hulu, Peacock,
I hate
trying to
that.
see what's free, what I can
Yep.
watch. The Grinch is another underrated. Like
The
it's not
Jim
under.
Carrey one?
Yeah, I love
For
that movie.
sure. Classic. Did you watch The Night Before with Seth Rogen
Yeah,
and that's a good one.
that's the Office Party one, right?
No. That one is Office Christmas Party.
No, the night
This The
before.
Night Before has Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, oh, I think Anthony Mackie's in it. And it's so good. You have to watch it.
I, I,
For
I'm
me, it's an instant classic.
I'm thinking about the Office Party Christmas. I don't know.
And that one's funny with TJ Miller.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Another movie that I like is what's the name of that movie? Sorry, I just went blank. Fuck. Keep the podcast going.
It happens to me all the time, but it's weed. Like it'll just
It's not weird. I'm just thinking about so many different fucking movies.
yeah.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorites. I love that.
Yeah,
Obviously, my whole house is Nightmare
of
Before
course.
Christmas.
And I do think that I watch that only around Christmas time. I don't really watch it around Halloween time.
It's both.
I know.
Hey, Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
You-
I'll watch that one every Christmas too.
I was like, someone was like, I just saw a meme about it, and I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, it is.
It is. Some people think it's not though.
I don't know.
Honestly, as long as like it takes place around Christmas time,
I just remembered the favorite Christmas
what is
movie.
it?
The Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins, yeah.
Or he gets that movie used to scare me as a kid. I have some Gremlins merch around here. I
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
pops. I'm all downstairs in my garage.
Yeah.
So we have a little pop collection going here. We have
Yeah.
we have like hundreds. We have more in the garage. We
Shit.
switch them out, but I have the ones where they're. I think it might be down there. I don't remember where they're at, but
Uh-huh.
they're ones wearing the movie theater glasses.
Yes,
And
and that
I
one's all
I
crazy.
have the one where he's exposing himself. I
Yes.
fucking love those movies, man. But those both
Oh
movies
my
are
god.
Christmas movies.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I was trying to think. I'm like, what was the fucking name of that movie? It was like Gremlins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie for sure.
Um, are you really into Christmas? Are you like are you a gift giver or do you like receiving gifts?
I like getting gifts.
I'm a gift giver.
Oh, okay.
This year,
I'm just admitting it. I don't even want to act like I'm not.
but
I think this is the first time I've admitted that I like Christmas because I like getting gifts.
hey, let's talk about Christmas gifts. Okay, my wife is part Japanese, right?
Okay.
Her grandma is 100% Japanese, right?
Mhm.
When I first met her, she did not like me, right? I've been with my wife since high school,
Yeah.
together like 18 years.
Uh-huh.
She didn't like me from the get go. She told my girl like, no, find something better. But anyways, so I started coming around Christmas, right? And
Mhm.
every year she would give me like random. Gabriel Iglesias has a bit about this, how his fans would give him low key racist gift baskets,
Yeah.
racist gift baskets,
Yeah.
right? This is 100% true. You can ask family members, there's
Oh
witnesses.
shit.
She used to buy me low key racist Christmas presents. Okay, I'm Mexican. I don't speak Spanish.
Uh-huh.
She would give me shit like one year I got a T-shirt that said "Uno más cerveza," and I don't read Spanish. I didn't even know what it meant. My girl was like, "Oh, that means like oh one more beer." Like she took Spanish in high school,
Oh,
so she knows.
what?
So like I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then another year I had this big ass box and it was heavy, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And like I picked it up and I opened it up. It was a 12 pack of Pacifico beer.
Shut up.
And I was like, okay. I had never drinking this shit before.
What?
She's like, oh, I usually see the Mexican guys drinking this at the taco places.
That is so funny.
Hey, so yeah, those are a few that I remember. But now she just gives me like weight loss books or some shit. Like
She's like, we're not getting racist anymore. We're getting
she
personal in a
likes me.
different way.
So yeah, do you ever get weird gifts or shit? You're just like, huh?
Oh God, sometimes my mom won't go based on a list or anything like that. She just like, well, just whatever she likes, she'll get me, and then it's a whole thing with like having to act like you like it and then return it, and it's like I like getting gifts, but I like opening them in private. I don't like opening them in front of other people. Um, I'm a pretty good gift giver though. I don't really buy for many people in my life, but when I do, it's like good shit.
I am the gift giver. Like I always tell my wife, like when we go to kids' parties, whatever, they're like, oh, just get them clothes.
Mhm.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy
You're like
your kid
lame.
toys. Like
Yeah.
when you're a child, you do not want to get clothes.
Yeah, you don't. You want
So
things.
when I if it's a boy or something, I'll buy a monster truck, some
Uh-huh.
sick shit. If it's a girl, Barbie dolls, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm the gift giver. For my daughters, I always go to the top. Like the best presents, little girls, you listening? The best presents you ever got came from me. This year, I haven't done any Christmas shopping. My wife's bought everything.
Oh God.
So because I just been busy at work, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like Christmas morning, I'm gonna go out and buy. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna go
Yeah.
buy them some few big gifts. But Christmas morning, I'm gonna be just as surprised as they are because
That's so
I have no
funny.
idea what she's bought.
That is exactly how it is with my parents actually to this day. Like it's always been that way. My parents are like pretty traditional, so like my dad is very hands off when it comes to buying us anything. He's just like give my mom money and she would buy us stuff, and every Christmas I'd be like, "Oh, thanks, dad." And he'd be like, what is it? What did we get you, you know?
What was your favorite Christmas present as a kid that you remember?
As a kid that I
That you were just like, holy
remember,
shit.
probably when I got rollerblades.
Was it the kind that strap in, the lock in, or the laced ones?
I so the first pair I had you strap in, and then the second pair I had release ones, but oh, I was riding those things every day. I was so good. It was like around the time that movie Brink came out, and
Hey,
I
I
was like,
fucking love Brink.
fucking, Soul Skaters or whatever.
He's
Oh,
like, Nunya. She's like,
none
huh?
your business. Oh my God, such a good comeback.
Hey, I remember she's like, I'm from Colombia.
Yes.
He's like, you're Mexican. He's like, hey, that last scene at the end where they're bombing down the hill racing, that
Mhm.
shit was. There's another movie. It's called. Fuck, what is that movie called? It's with Seth Green.
Airborne.
Airborne. I've been.
Not a lot of people have seen that movie.
It's an old Disney movie, right?
I don't know if it's Disney,
It's a Disney movie, I
but
think.
last time I saw it, I had to purchase it on YouTube.
Yeah, I've watched it on YouTube. I've been trying to find it for years. Nothing streams it like
It's so
that.
good. I
That
don't want it
movie,
to just disappear.
that movie was so good. I remember when I was a kid, I was into rollerblading too, right?
Mhm.
I had the little shitty rollerblades that clip in.
Yep.
But I remember like he was like in using the restroom. They were like pranking him,
Uh-huh.
and they pour buckets of water over all the toilet paper
Yes.
so he can't wipe his ass.
Yes.
And then I remember his cousin being like
Seth
a
Green.
big little nerd, like
Yeah.
trying to be cool with everybody, and then he
His
comes
hair's all
in.
crazy.
He had like a weird bowl cut,
Yeah.
and and then there was a scene where all the other cool kids
Mhm.
came to their house,
Yes.
and he's all walking in, and they're all staring at him, and he's
Yes.
like, "Yeah!" And then they finally welcome him into their
Yeah.
group, and I was like,
You know what?
"Yeah!"
Jack Black, young
Yeah,
Jack
he was. Yeah,
Black.
he's like, "Dude, you're cool," like
He was
he was
so hot when he
big.
was young. I was like,
You were
"Whoa,
the first.
Jack."
You were the first girl to ever. He was in Mars Attacks, young too.
Oh, was he?
He gets killed like right away in the movie,
Okay.
but
Yeah, young Jack Black can get it.
he was in Biodome. Him and Tenacious D. That was their first movie ever.
They were in Biodome?
There's a scene where the girls, the college girls,
Uh-huh.
when they were like doing their whole hippie shit,
Yeah.
they're walking through the quad and there's a band, Tenacious
Oh
D,
my God,
performing
stop.
acoustic. It's Jack Black and Kyle
I don't
Gass.
think I ever realized that. I love that
Look
movie.
up the clip on TikTok.
Okay,
It's probably on
okay.
there. But they're like, we need to save some freaking
I
trees.
love like movies back then. The musical acts were like always real bands and shit. I loved that.
Listen, I had the shitty rollerblades, right? And my friend played roller hockey, like with the legit
Hmm.
fucking
The lace up ones
speed
that,
demon,
yep.
speed
Hmm.
demon wheels. I
Yep.
never ridden anything like. I rode the little shitty plastic wheels, right?
Yeah.
I put those bad boys on,
They glide.
and I started skating, and it just took off. I was just like, whoa! Like
Oh, speed wobbles.
I went off the curb and just straight up landed on my ass,
Oh
and the
no.
pain
Like
shot
knock the wind out of
shot
you.
through my stomach, like, and I never wore them again. But I
Oh
was like,
shit, that
I
sucks.
thought I rollerbladed, but I never did. Like that
Those
was
are the best. Oh, you just go down like
well, those
this.
things because they had no brakes. I didn't know how to stop
Oh yeah, you gotta
because those
like
roller.
in Mighty Ducks, the guy that doesn't know how to stop.
But it's the roller wheels. Like I don't know how the fuck do you stop on those? You have
I
to like
think you're just
you
supposed to,
turn one foot or something.
yeah, something like that, which doesn't seem like safe or legit,
Remember
but
inline skating when they would take out the two middle wheels so they can grind the poles and shit.
yeah.
So so that was your favorite gift? My
Yep.
favorite gift was one year we got a Nintendo 64.
Oh, and 64 was fun.
This is when 64 was the shit,
Uh-huh.
and we got Star Fox, and we got like Star Fox, Donkey Kong, 007. Like it was a gift for the family. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just everybody. So
Yeah.
that whole Christmas morning, we were, and it's funny too because
It's the best.
that system came with like old school arcade games with
Uh-huh.
like Pac-Man and all that shit. And I remember Christmas morning we wanted to play, and my fucking parents were playing Pac-Man and
Shut
shit.
up. That's
And like
so
I wanted to be
funny.
on Star Fox, and my mom
Uh-huh.
was playing Pac-Man.
He's
So
like, hold on.
that's what I loved about Christmas back then. Like that was probably our last Christmas as a family because my
Yeah.
parents divorced not too long
Yeah.
after that. But that Christmas was probably the best
The
Christmas I ever had.
best.
So that movie 8-Bit Christmas, where he's thinking about his childhood, it
Uh-huh.
makes me think of my childhood
For
because
sure.
after that we kind of the family split up, blah blah blah. Anyways,
Yeah, Christmas always changes when you get older.
so yeah, now I just try to make it cool for my kids. But
Yeah. That's
anyways,
nice. That's all you can do.
we got a little game we want to play. You ready to play this game?
Ready.
So we're gonna play. My wife set this up for us. In the corner behind her, there's 4 gifts. We're gonna do a white elephant. All right. So there's only 2 of us, so we're gonna do this weird.
Okay.
We're gonna shake this. Inside here, there's in this little gingerbread thingy.
Hmm.
There's numbers
Numbers.
1 through 10, right?
Okay.
We're gonna draw this. Whoever gets the highest number gets to go first. All
Okay.
right. And remember, whoever and that first person can steal whatever, right?
Okay.
Whoever wins first gets to go, and then I go, or whoever it is.
Uh-huh.
And at the very end, after we see all the presents or whatever it is, that person who wins first gets to choose.
If they steal something.
You're only allowed to have 2 gifts though. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Listen, I told my
Take
daughter
both.
you cannot take it all. You get to keep two
I told you I
bags.
like getting gifts.
I told my daughter whatever I win, you can have. So
Oh, okay. So keep that in
if I
mind.
lose, you're breaking a little girl's heart.
Shut
Okay?
up. You're so full of shit.
That sweet little girl downstairs.
Me and her probably have the same taste too.
Anyways, so let's get this going. Okay.
All right. I'm scared.
Okay. So, okay, hold on. Let's rock paper scissors to see who goes first.
Who picks first?
Yes.
All right.
Ready?
Wait, do you go rock, paper, scissors, go?
Just rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. You land
Yes,
on the thing.
yes.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, you didn't even do rock, paper,
That's
scissors.
what I'm saying.
Rock, paper, scissors, and
Okay.
then go.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. We're off again.
No, that was on. You got scissors, I got paper.
Okay, ready? One more time.
Okay.
Okay, rock, paper,
One,
scissors, shoot.
two, three.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, she gets to go first. She won. Remember, you wanna get the highest number. So don't
Okay.
say your number till I pick mine. All right? Don't open it yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna close this again and shake it up.
Doesn't feel high.
We're playing this game fair. Listen, I don't know what is in those gifts. So
Doesn't feel high. It feels like a low one.
whatever's in there is. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
Count of three. One, two, three.
7.
I got two. All right.
Yeah.
She fucking beat me in rock paper scissors.
Oh
She gave
my
me the numbers.
god, a winner,
Okay,
baby. Okay.
so you get the last dibs. So
Okay.
whatever you want to steal, you get to steal. So you get first dibs. You get to go. Pick one of the four.
I'm going for the big one. I hope it's not a trick. What
I literally have no idea what's in
is
these.
this? Oh my god, it's a sponge.
Oh, she went to Five Below for the rent. Listen,
Wait, there's more.
there's two cool gifts and there's two random gifts. This
This
must be
has to be one of the cool
Are these the
ones.
cool gifts or are these the randoms?
This is the cool.
All right, show the camera. What is it?
So, a bikini bottom, shirt,
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, and some freaking socks that are soft as shit.
All
All
right.
right.
So now you get to pick. You're closest, so you get to pick mine. Pick a random one for me. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's see. Oh, this shit's heavy.
It is heavy.
What the fuck? Remember, you could steal at any time, right?
Okay.
Ho ho ho! It says, God damn it.
What does it say?
It says best white elephant gift. It's a little elephant trophy.
Is that what was so
Why
heavy?
is it so heavy? There's a lot of candy in here.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was like, what is this? There's a bunch
I'm
of.
like, is that actual gold? It was
I
heavy.
requested this. This is Reese's and Kisses, but
Oh,
there's.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and there's a gift card.
you're gonna be jealous.
In and Out. I love In and Out.
I fucking won already. Look at this shit. No, but you still have the chance to steal.
I
But
do.
remember, you're breaking a little girl's heart. All right.
So I'm taking food out of her mouth right there. aren't I?
Got the In-N-Out gift card, the little best white elephant gift trophy, and a bunch of candy. All right, cool.
All right.
So the game's not over yet. You still get to go. You get to pick one more. This is actual tissue. This isn't even.
I know. Tissue paper. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, she got Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
So I guess.
And candy. And candy.
So whatever's in the last one is mine. But you have the opportunity to steal, right? But you're breaking a little girl's heart. Remember
Stop
that.
it.
Okay, let's see what the fuck I got.
Coal.
I guess this is the worst gift. I got lump of coal,
They
Sour
taste
Patch Kid.
good though, probably.
The fuck is this? Men's manicure set?
Okay.
This
That's
is a men's
definitely yours.
manicure set? What the fuck?
I think she's trying to tell you something.
Are you already eating the candy?
Just one.
What are you eating?
Reese's.
That's why I asked you. I requested this candy. I was like, are you allergic to
Hmm.
peanut butter? I had to ask. And you're
Mm-mm.
like, no, sir. And I was like, all right, so do you want to steal or you sure you don't want men's toenail clippers?
No, I think she's trying to tell you something. So for her sake, I'm gonna let you keep that one,
And
and I'm gonna keep this stuff.
so I get to keep the In-N-Out gift card?
Yeah, because I'm down for Chick-fil-A.
So technically, I love fuck Chick-fil-A. I love In-N-Out. Technically, I won then since I got the best gift ever in
I
the
mean,
In-N-Out gift card. Hell yeah.
according to that trophy.
Listen, I told her she can have whatever I won. So according to her, I won the lump of coal and the men's toenail clippers. I'm keeping this shit right here.
You're getting her food with that gift card.
She doesn't even care for In-N-Out. When we go to In-N-Out, she gets like a plain burger and like no animal fries. Like
Yeah.
when I was little,
What's your In-N-Out order?
you trying to embarrass me?
No,
Oh,
mine's
it depends how I feel. Obviously, animal fries, obviously.
okay.
And then I usually get a double double with grilled onions,
Mhm.
or I get a double double animal style, or I'll get a 3x3, or I get a 4x4. Like
Mhm.
it
Ugh,
just
I
depends.
love their Burger meat. I get a double single, which is two meats, one cheese. Because sometimes when I get the double double, it's like there's too much cheese. You
No,
can't taste the meat.
have you ever got a Flying Dutchman?
Yes, but I want buns.
I like
I
buns,
like
huh?
buns. So I'll get a double double, but it'll be a double single with, and then I'll get animal style fry. Oh, the double double has regular onion.
I'm surprised you're talking about how great this is. I'm surprised you didn't want that gift. You didn't steal anything. I'm surprised. You sure don't want the lump of coal and the men's toenail
I'm
clippers?
sure.
The game's already over, so you're not stealing my shit.
I know. I no,
You like Chick-fil-A? What's your order at
I don't know.
Chick-fil-A?
Maybe I'm just gonna re-gift it. I don't know.
What's your order at Chick-fil-A?
No, Chick-fil-A, I love chicken
What
tendies.
size is that shirt? Because I don't even know.
Doesn't matter actually. Why are you gonna try to say if it's an XL?
Oh, sorry, my guys, my wife just walked in. We just did the white elephant. You missed it, Kaylee.
I didn't steal
Kaylee,
anything.
she's crazy. She kept the Chick-fil-A in the SpongeBob shirt, and she didn't want the In-N-Out gift card.
It's not that I didn't want. Yeah. And then the men's manicure set, I said she's trying to tell you something. You should keep.
Kayla, I told Gabby she could keep whatever I win, and I told her she can have the men's manicure set because I'm not gonna give it to her. The In-N-Out gift card is mine. She can't have it.
No, that's feeding at least half the family.
Anyways, so yeah, you broke a little girl's heart tonight. She
Yeah,
loves
he's like,
Chick-fil-A.
whatever. Don't, if you steal from me, that's not gonna be, she loves
They
Chick-fil-A.
both they go when I'm at work.
I love Chick-fil-A
They
too.
go without me because I'd rather not. And they love Canes too. I don't like Canes. I don't
I
like.
love Cane's. Cane's chicken tendies might be my favorite out of all chicken tendies.
What's your order from Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A, it goes back and forth. So I usually will either get the strips and some fries, or I'll do the spicy deluxe and some
I
fries.
think they like it naked.
I
Like,
love a good shake from there. They have the best
you want
shakes.
to hear a hack? In-N-Out that I've been doing this forever. You order a shake, right? My youngest loves shakes. You order a
Hmm.
shake, and then usually they don't give you your shake until they give you your food, right?
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Can I have the shake now?" Because my little one's always like, "I want it now," right?
Uh-huh.
And then I noticed that if you ask for it now, they get the shake, and then when they bring your food, you get another shake, and
Shut
you get it
up.
again because they're so busy like doing whatever. So
What?
we did this one time where we went and got three shakes, and I was like, "Can we have them now?" And then they brought us three more, so we had extra shakes. We had six shakes.
Before dinner shakes and after
Yes. So
dinner shakes.
when we were there was a lot of people there. I'm like, we're not gonna drink all these fucking shakes. So I was like asking people. I was walking to people, hey, do you want a shake? And people were looking at me like, what the
They're
fuck?
like, no, sir.
We were outside, and there was a dude getting an interview for In-N-Out, and I was like, hey, do you want a shake? Phone's on silence. He came here. I was like, there was a guy getting an interview, and I was like, hey, do you want a free shake? And he was like, sure. I gave a random dude getting an interview at In-N-Out a shake.
What kind of shake do you get?
I like a vanilla.
I like chocolate.
My daughter, I think they like Neapolitan,
Okay, Neapolitan.
but I fucking love vanilla.
My husband claims that all the shakes taste the same, but you know what? He's not even a big In-N-Out fan because the Habit started in Santa Barbara and there wasn't any In-N-Out there, so he grew up with like the Habit as his In-N-Out, which is like fine. I'll eat the Habit sometimes, but I'm trying to have In-N-Out like once a week minimum, and he's like,
That's my go-to is
and I'm
In-N-Out
like,
pizza.
and pizza.
There's a new spot over here. I forget what it's called. It's like something. What's that new burger place we went to? It's like got shakes. It's like a cow.
Oh.
Muya.
Oh, I've been there before.
It's expensive, but the food is
Very
fucking
good. The
great.
burgers are like nice and juicy. The buns are good. See, I have good buns.
I
I
kind
love
of
good
want to
buns.
try the hot dogs. They have these crazy hot dogs. Like
Oh yeah.
we only ate there once when they
Uh-huh.
first opened, but we haven't gone
Do
back.
you ever go to a doghouse?
One time where they use like the Hawaiian buns and
Uh-huh.
shit.
I'll do like chili dogs from there. It's so good.
There's a Five Guys down the way.
Mm,
I fucking love that place, but it's so fucking expensive.
yeah,
The only thing I like about it is you order a large fries, you get a whole bag of
that's
fries.
right. I love that. They do that like at the Hat too, like a bag of
Did you know you can get
fries.
unlimited toppings and they don't charge you extra?
Five Guys? Hmm.
Yes, you can like I want bacon, pickles, onions, mustard, everything they have, and they will not
I
charge you
don't
extra.
even think there is one by my house.
There's one on the if you leave here, there's one on the way, but
Mhm.
you have a Chick-fil-A gift card.
I do.
There's no Chick-fil-A's around here.
There's one by my house.
I
There's plenty.
said they love it. I ate it one time, like, and I was just like, "What's the hype?"
Yeah,
Just like Cane's. Cane's used to be good. Their chicken strips used to be huge, and then they just
they're a little small. I would love them to be bigger. But I remember when Cane's wasn't here, my sister goes to Louisiana a lot for her in-laws, And she would always come back and be like, "There's this place called Raising Cane's. The sauce is so good." Blah blah. Blah. Then they came here, and I had it for the first time, and I like wasn't impressed. But the second time I gave it a chance, I've like been obsessed ever since.
The first time I ever had Canes, there's the open one by my work, and these I work with a lot of Mexican dudes, right? And they used to go to these Mexican burrito spots all the time, right?
Hmm.
So they would always talk about this place, but I didn't know what it was called, right? So I saw a dude with a Cane's drink, right? And I was like, where is that place called? Is it called Gane's? I thought it was a Mexican. I thought it was a Mexican place, right? So I started calling it Gane's because I thought it was a burrito spot he
Yeah.
came from. But he's like, oh no, it's a chicken place they open up down the way. It's by the Ontario Improv. And then we went when we went to that one. It was right there in
Uh-huh.
Ontario. It's the first one to open up around us.
Yeah.
Now they're fucking on every
They
corner.
are. It happened fast
You know what
too.
my wife's obsessed with now is Dutch Bros.
Oh, I like Dutch Bros.
There's a Dutch Bros and a Cane's. That's all they fucking go to now.
They put one in Covina, and I'm like 10 minutes from it. And if I have the time to wait in line, I will. But the line is it since it just opened, especially, there's none by, it's like
We just get out of the car and go.
crazy. I
Like,
know. The first time I had it was I think in San Diego or something. My favorite coffee is Phil's with a Z at the end. They don't have one around here either.
have you been to Rad Coffee?
Yes.
See, I was gonna request a Rad Coffee gift card, but it's
Hmm.
too far. So I was like, I requested these gift
Oh
cards.
yeah, you'd have to go to Upland. There's the one in Covina by me I go to. Sometimes
That one's
actually.
new. The Rad
Uh-huh.
Coffee one.
I'll be going there before the Chatterbox. Like last time me and Sabrina hosted, I'm like, meet me at Rad Coffee. We'll discuss there.
What's your drink of choice there?
The cold brew chocolate milk.
The peanut butter is my favorite. It's like peanut butter crunch.
Ooh, I love peanut butter.
They just call it the peanut butter. There's a whole name to it, but I just call it peanut butter. And they'll know what you're talking
You're
about.
like, give me the peanut butter.
But it comes with black frosting, and I don't like it because it makes your teeth
Teeth.
black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then like nah, so I'm like no whip at all. I
Okay.
said frosting,
Whipped
whip.
cream. Okay.
Yeah, so it's some type of peanut butter drink
Hmm.
with peanut butter crunch and black whipped cream.
So good.
I also like the Frankenstein. That one's pretty good. I think it's a matcha
Oh,
tea
okay. I've
shit.
had the Cookie Monster one,
Yeah,
which
my
is
daughter
really
loves that one.
good.
But said we stopped getting the whipped cream because all of our teeth would
It
turn.
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
our teeth would be blue, so we
Yeah.
get it without the
The whipped
whipped
cream.
cream. So yeah,
Yeah, that's probably smart, honestly.
I love fucking coffee.
Me too.
What kind of coffee do you have? Do you have a Keurig or an old school
I
coffee machine?
my husband makes pour over coffee. My husband makes pour over coffee, but I never drink coffee at home.
See, I have a coffee machine here, but
I only buy it.
I only drink it on my days off because when I wake up for work, I wake up, get the fuck out. Like I
Yeah.
don't have time to sit and
Yeah.
make coffee. Like, but on my days off, I fuck it up. But my daughter, she's into coffee now. She drinks everything, fucking all the creamers, all the. Oh, we're always at it. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, can I have a coffee on my day off? Or yeah,
Dang. Yeah, no, I do love a good coffee. I'll have like two, maybe three a day.
you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love coffee, but I like monsters. So no, I'll go to work. I'll just have a monster at work.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I had time, I would fucking get coffee. But I don't. I go to work at 4 in the morning, so I
Shit.
wake up at 3:30,
Yeah.
put on clothes, get the fuck out of the
Yeah.
house. So like,
Monster's like good though when I don't feel like something like sweet or like creamy or anything. I'll drink Monster too. We keep our fridge stocked with sugar free, the white one.
I heard that Red Bull's gonna be banned.
Ooh,
You know,
really?
RFK is gonna be the new health whatever.
Uh-huh.
His first thing he wants to do is
Ban Red
ban
Bull?
Red Bull. I don't know. They cause heart attacks and shit.
I
Do,
mean,
do you remember the show A Thousand Ways to Die?
yes.
I remember there was an episode where a girl had a heart attack and died. Like she was trying to get a promotion and like the boss wanted because you know they have stupid little scenarios for the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in this scenario she wanted a
Dramatizations.
promotion but like the boss gave it to somebody else because it was a dude. He came out and he was like wiping his mouth off like he had just performed something,
Shut
and then she got
up.
pissed off and she was just pounding energy drinks or something, and then she had a heart attack at work, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did that have to do with
She was
anything?
pounding energy drinks
Yeah,
out of
because
rage.
because she was mad and drinking Red Bull, it caused her to have a heart attack.
Whoa, don't be mad and drink Red Bull. Good to know.
Well, anyways, did you enjoy your gifts?
I did. I love them.
Kaylee, she said she's a gift receiver. She's not a gift giver. She loves gifts,
I
but
do.
you could thank her. She's
Thank you. Yeah.
responsible for our white elephant. That's what I was telling her. Okay, I was telling her I have no idea what the kids are getting for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, because
So cute.
she bought everything. I haven't bought shit yet, so I still gotta go
Yeah,
out
I
and buy
told this is
something.
how my parents are. Even still, I'm like, thanks, Dad. He's like, what did I get you? Like this.
So yeah,
I'll be like, looks expensive.
I gotta go at least get one gift for these kids so I can be like, yes,
Yeah,
I know.
that one is definitely from
Well,
me.
I got one gift for my daughter. I know one for sure, but her birthday's my youngest is about to be 6 this weekend. So yeah,
Oh, dang, she has one of those birthdays.
yeah. Well, listen, our youngest is 6 in a couple days,
Hmm.
and then Christmas, and then our oldest is 16, like a couple weeks after Christmas. So we have birthday, Christmas, birthday. So like
Hmm.
we have to start Christmas shopping in October.
Damn.
And people are like, "Oh, I know people that have barely started." I'm like, "You're barely starting? Like, we have to start soon because
Yeah.
like, so you don't go broke, you know."
No, for sure. How can you
You
manage it
lump
all
sum
in
it, you
one?
know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Before we leave, I want to ask you what was your best and your worst gift you ever got?
Okay, my best gift was my rollerblades when I was a kid. Forever, forever. I have some rollerblades that I've just been too scared to.
Do you ever go to roller rinks?
No, there's
They,
not any
they
by me
still
real. There's like
exist.
one in Chino, maybe I
Yeah,
can go, or one like in
skating
LA.
schools.
Yeah. My worst gift. Oh God, I feel like I have so many. Probably it was like right after one of my dogs died, and
They give you a dog bone.
my no, my aunt gave me this like wooden dog like statue or like just
I
like a
thought she gave you like a dog bone for your dog. He's
no,
not with us anymore.
but it was like supposed to be my dog, but it looked like so bad, and I was like, the fuck. I took it out and I was like,
So the best gift I ever got was a 64. I told you. The worst gift I ever got, my mom fucked with me one time. She got me a T-shirt, but she put it in a tampon box. So when I opened
I love doing things like that.
so when I opened up my Christmas present, it was like I didn't even know what the fuck tampons were. I was a little kid. I was like, what is this? Like it said like heavy max double
You're
pill.
like,
I was like, what is this shit? And then I just like left to the side. My mom's like, open it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. And then I opened it. It was like a you remember those T-shirts was like a pit bull with a golden chain and it said like dog on it?
yes.
It was one of those shirts inside a tampon box. So technically it was a cool thing. It just I was just like, what the fuck?
That's so funny. It's funny that she used a tampon box and you were like,
That was the
it
one.
could have been anything
I was
else.
the only one who got a fucking weird gag present. Like
You're like, what?
nobody else got anything. And there was no random box. Like I seen videos where they'll put a PlayStation box, but inside is nothing. Or
Yes.
I have a
That's really
tampon
nice.
box with a
With a,
T-shirt in it.
yeah. And you don't even want to open
And
it.
just
You're
look,
like,
and not one other brother or sister got a weird gift
just
like that.
you.
I was
How
just like, oh,
weird. She was like,
okay. She's like, she ran out of boxes. You know, she's probably
yeah,
packing it. She's like, fuck, we're out of boxes.
that was
She's like,
perfect.
get the Kotex box.
Dump them out.
Double max heavy flow.
Yeah, now everybody
Thanks, mom.
knows. You're like, I'm good though. I haven't started yet.
But anyways, okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Before we go, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you
Uh,
for having me.
this has been fucking
And
great.
little presents.
I know this was a Christmas episode slash whatever, but I came out the winner. I won. I got the best fucking gift. In and out. You fucked up.
You know that I like In and Out, but
Here's
I like my haul.
that's treason. But anyways, let the viewers know where they can find you
My Instagram is at
in the mic.
@ Salina LOL. And then also I have a podcast called Off the Hook Podcast with Sabrina Contreras.
Check them out.
Yep. So if you like hearing
YouTube, Spotify, right?
girls laugh for hours, yes, YouTube and Spotify.
Okay, I'm Andy C underscore comedy. You can catch me there. You can follow us the Crimson Comedy Show Instagram. We're also on YouTube and Spotify. And for the four followers at home, tell your fucking friends.
Tell your friends,
For her
tell your
fucking
family.
followers. Her
Yeah.
followers. Tell your friends.
All my followers,
Follow us.
hop on board.
This was great. Look how great this shit was. A great episode.
I
Thank you for
know.
coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thanks for the
Thank you for
gift.
letting me have. I was like, please let me win this fucking In-N-Out gift card. And you
You're so crazy.
I'm not giving that to her. That's mine. She can't. She can have the lump of coal.
It's
Whatever
gonna
the
make
fuck.
your teeth black.
Anyways, all right, guys. Check you guys out next time. See you guys. Good night.